Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We're at the RV Supershow in Harrisburg at the farm complex. Yes, Hershey isn't the only RV show in Pennsylvania. Let's check it out. Well, we're inside the show. $15 cash. Get you in. Let's check it out. Now, a lot of the dealers from the eastern part of Pennsylvania are here. So we'll check out some units. There's some very specific units that I want to look at. That's why I came up to the show. Of course, we're seeing a lot of e-bikes at the campgrounds now, especially as the camping group of people starts to age. So you can start to see they got them in various prices. $18.99 for that one. But here's one for $12.99. There are various prices for them. But they're becoming more and more affordable. So at the Pennsylvania RV Supershow at the farm complex in Harrisburg, I went up there because there were some specific RV units that I wanted to look at, and I thought maybe they would be there. So the first set of units was Apex Nanos, and I was particularly interested in their bunkhouses. Now the Apex Nano is a more narrow unit. They're 7.5 feet, but they have the double Asdel sides. So the delamination that you see in some units shouldn't be an issue. So the three units that I wanted to look at, the first one, my priority look, was the 208 BHS. So this is a bunkhouse that has full-size bunks, and the bed, it comes in two different versions. One is a standard queen bed, and then the other is the Murphy bed with a couch, but they're both 60 by 80 queen beds, so they're not the RV Queen 60 by 74. So I was really interested in looking at this model. Now, as you know, if you've followed me on the channel, I really am nervous about slides. This one does have a slide, you know, that's a concern, but I wanted to really take a look at this model, and I also wanted to make sure you could get to the bathroom when the slide is in. So on travel days, instead of looking for, you know, a restroom at some location, you can pull over anywhere if you have access to your bathroom. So the 208 is a nice unit, and I'll put the specs in right here so you can see the specs on this unit. All right, so let's take a look and check it out. All right, here is Marta from RV Value Mart. She pointed me to the Apex Nano 208, which is what I wanted to check out. So thank you, Marta.
You are welcome.
So notice underneath here, full pass-through storage. This is a double Asdel wall, so you're not going to have the delamination that you see in some of the smooth side campers. They're now coming with the griddle and the refrigerator for the outside kitchen, and they're pre-wired for backup cameras. Easy flip up steps. Now this comes with two options. This option is the one with the Murphy bed, so this folds down and then the mattress flips open. And the thing about the 208 is this is a 60 by 80 bed in both versions. So a lot of the RV Queens are 60 by 74. This has a 60 by 80, and this is a narrower camper, right? So this is a 7.5 foot camper. Now, the one concern I have obviously is slides. This does have a slide, but with the 7.5 foot width, it does really open it up inside. It's a big sink, stainless sink, and of course 2-burner Suburban stove, and the microwave's underneath. Here is the refrigerator. it is a 12-volt refrigerator, so you get a lot more inside room in the freezer. So that would definitely be large enough. And it does have the double bunks that are full size. So it's not those small 28-inch bunks. So I do like that. This will flip up. And you can see you could put stuff in there and store it. So that would be very helpful. The bathroom has the tub and shower. Now you can see I'm 5'10". I'm at the top, but you can make it work. So that's a little tight there. There is a sink in here. That sink is nice, and there's a little cabinet with a mirror and the toilet. Now, one of the concerns I always have with a slide is, can you get to the bathroom when the slide is in for when you're traveling? This is in the 208 BHS. So if we look at this, the slide is going to come into about here. So you can get through here, access your refrigerator, and you can get through to the bathroom when the slide is in place. It's a little tight, but you can make it back there. So that is a major plus. If you're going to go with a slide, you want to make sure if you're traveling that you can get back to that bathroom, so you don't have to just stop at rest stops. Here's this double Asdel side we're talking about. You notice there is no wood in there, so it can't rot and delaminate. Here's the show price, $26,999 for the BHS. Okay, next I wanted to check out the 194 BHS. So this again is a bunkhouse in the Apex Nano model, and it does have a slide, so still have my concern about that. But this bed is an east-west bed in the 194, but it's an east-west bed that's 60 by 80. So I was interested in that, and there's like a little corner nook, so the person sleeping on the inside can get out without climbing over the other person and potentially waking them up. So that's why I wanted to take a look at this model, and it would also suffice. It's a lot lighter, so you're starting to see some of these trailers having a single axle instead of a double axle. So here are the specifications for the 194 BHS. All right, let's take a look at the unit. This is the 194 BHS. Show price $24,999. It does have the griddle and the refrigerator in the outside kitchen. You flip up steps. Now the difference you see in this one is this is an east-west bed. So whoever is sleeping on that side has to kind of climb over the other person. So that's the one disadvantage. It does have a slide, so the booth dinette is on a slide, and you see a rather large sink and prep area, 2-burner stove, and 12-volt Dometic refrigerator. Plenty of room in that refrigerator. Toilet's at an angle to give you more feet room. There is a sink and a mirror, and of course this is the same shower that we see in the 208. So 6 foot, you're right here. 6 foot, you're right here. So with the handheld wand, you could make this work. You might have to lean down a little bit. Now in this model, the bunks are single bunks, 300-pound max, with teddy bear mattresses, where in the 208 they are full bunks. So that's the main difference. And of course there's a little bit of savings in the price. And you can see it still has the full pass-through storage. The last one I wanted to look at in the Apex line, the Apex Nano line, was the 186 BH. So this is interesting. You know, the 194 BHS had single bunks and a slide. This one has the full-size bunks and doesn't have a slide. The kitchen is on the service side and the dinette is on the campsite side. So anytime you can get your dinette looking out over the campsite, I think is a nice feature. So that's why I really want to take a look at this. This is a single axle trailer. So let me put those specs in right here for you to check out. All right, now that you've seen the specs, let's look at the unit. Now this is the Apex Nano 186 BH. Show price $23,999. It does have the outdoor kitchen with the grill. Single axle. Got the east-west bed. However, you do have this corner nook, so you could sneak around without disturbing the other person if you're sleeping on the inside. Now this does not have a slide. And notice what I like about this model, the kitchen is on the service side and the dinette is on the side where you would be enjoying your campsite. So I really like that. Of course, this will also fold down to a bed. Notice this has the wider bunks, so you could put a little kid up here with you or two small children. And then this flips up so you can store stuff here if you wanted to. So I really like this model. Sink with a mirror, toilet, and of course this shower is the same situation. You can see I'm kind of, within a couple inches of the ceiling, but with that wand, right, you can make this work. The one concern I do have, anytime you have a slide, can you get to the bathroom if the slide is in? So when you're traveling down the road, will that work? Of course, it's not an issue for this one without a slide. So I like that about it. It would be easy to tow this because of it not being as wide. By the way, on all the Apex Nano models, the solar is standard on all the units. So you have that trickle charge ability. You could expand that if you wanted to. So look, these were the 3 units I looked at. If you had to pick one, which one would you pick? Put it in the comments below. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video. And give the video a thumbs up. That helps it be seen by a wider audience. But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Hey, thanks for watching.